everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Let us check right in and see what storyline Spirit would like to share with you this afternoon. Oh, but first let's do this. Don't forget this. Don't forget this. Oh, yes. Now let's get to it. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Central energy, please, Spirit. Four of Wands reversed. Conflict with others. Home conflict. Somebody could have gotten kicked out of the home. Challenged by the Emperor. Father figure, protection, authority. Somebody got kicked out of the house. In the subconscious, conflict, betrayal, theft, trickery, and fraud. Emperor kicked him out of the house. In the recent past, Ace of Pentacles reversed. They lost their opportunity, missed their chance, made a bad investment. Lack of planning and foresight. Intentions and expectations. The Hierophant reversed. Unconventional, unorthodox, and foolish hypocrisy based on personal beliefs. They were winging it. In the near future, you've got the Empress, abundant mother figure. The target. Oh, but you got the Emperor and the Empress. So the Emperor is right here. The Emperor is kicking everybody out of the house. All these hypocrites. Get out of the house! And the Empress is right here in the near future. Get out of the house. All these thieves, these tricksters, these liars, these hypocrites, acting out of foolishness, getting kicked out of the house. The lens that's being looked through is the Wheel of Fortune, the turn of the Wheel of Destiny. In the environment, whoa. In the environment, you've got the Tower reversed. Somebody wants to delay a disaster, a collapse. They're afraid of change. There's a Ten of Wands burden here. This could be, they could be entering into a period of carrying too much, of being stressed out, or this could be the completion of this Empress and the Emperor carrying this heavy burden. We'll have to clarify. Hopes and tears. King of Wands. Overcoming challenges. And the outcome. Queen of Swords. Unbiased judgment, justice, clear boundaries, cold and clear communication. Two of Cups. Unified love. Yeah, she's like, the truth, please. Nothing but the truth. These unions cause a Ten of Swords for those who are bringing you conflict. Wow. And the Queen of Pentacles is calling judgment. And there's a home, wealth, security, domestic love, and in death to the end of a cycle. Emperor's kicking people out of the house. He's like, get out of our house. Those who were Hierophant reversed, those who were not stand up, you know, honorable, respectable folk. Those who were being fraudulent, lying, betraying, thieving, getting away with something. They've been getting away with something. They've been flipping homes, you know. Happy homes. They've been flipping happy homes through fraud and trickery. And the Emperor's kicking them out. Absence. Creativity in the reversed. They're not creators. They don't know what to do. They can't come up with any creative solutions. There's conflict in the home. There's homelessness. The Emperor is kicking them out of the house. So the Emperor is here remembering. There's expectation of remembering conscientiousness. But he's, so this witch is challenged because you are remembered, you're this empress, and you're expecting, there's an expectation of this conscientiousness, a return to conscientiousness, or that you are a conscientious person, and this witch is challenged because this Emperor is here kicking them out of the house, kicking this witch out of the house. Restoring this Empress and himself in position. Attention has been brought to this fraud, to this trickery, to this theft. They lost their opportunity. They missed their chance. They made a bad investment. Self-preservation. Lack of planning and foresight. Hypocrites. Going against the grain. Foolishness. This Hierophant reverse, like, came up with their own religious beliefs or something. And had everybody go on doing, but they weren't doing what they were teaching. Or what they were teaching was upside down. It was based on their personal beliefs. To cause conflict and to horseplay around and cause conflict with people who weren't doing anything. That's what this Hierophant reverse was doing. Playing around, causing conflict for folks who weren't doing anything. That was their belief system. That's their belief system. They're a chicken. They like to pick on the unsuspecting and weak, you know, with trickery and fraud. And wow, this is deep, deep. So you got the Empress here in the near future. We got yes or no. So there's yes or no. We got the Puppet Master. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Inevitable fate. We got location. Tower in reversed. A personal transformation. Somebody's afraid of change. There's something collapsing. There's a heavy burden or a completion of a heavy burden. Bohemian. An artist. A creator. Somebody who can create something beautiful simply by being. The King of Wands here is a visionary, overcoming challenges. Whoa. Whoa, all these came out in reversed. Here and now is in reverse, so they're not here and now, or somebody's not here and now. A promise. They're not getting a promise. They're not a sovereign being. Or this King of Wands is striking out those who were not able to fulfill their promise, those who proved themselves not to be sovereign beings, he's eliminating them from the here and now. Could look at it like that. Queen of Swords is also, she's got her sword out there. Wow, these keep flipping out in the freaking reverse, man. She's got her sword out. We got prophecy in the reverse. Like this wasn't part of the prophecy. This is a surprise. This is something that they didn't see coming. This is something that the prophets didn't prophesy. They're not innocent. They don't take care of themselves. So she's here with her sword, and she's cutting out those who aren't innocent, those who don't take care of themselves. Wow. And this King of Wands is cutting out those who don't keep promises, those who've proven themselves not to be sovereign. We've got appearance of a driver in competition. There could be whoever is driving, I don't know, somebody's showing up, a driver in this competition. There's a congratulations regarding a martyr. An invisibility, and somebody made invisible. Oh, somebody made invisible from the spiritual throne. They live, they live. Congratulations. You've got your compass and your peace. Wow, they weren't expecting that. This tribe of these kin, these ancestors, they're going in the grave for what they did. This wise guy's being disconnected. Wow. They're getting out of the house. Congratulations, you who were martyred and made invisible. You're on your spiritual throne. You've got your compass. You're at peace. This tribe that used all of their knowledge, this kin, and their ancestors are in the grave. The kin, the ancestors from the grave, or they're going in the grave. This wise guy is being disconnected. They were trying to be you. They were on your throne, pretending while you were made invisible. This wasn't part of the prophecy. Their prophets didn't prophesy this. Their prophets got it wrong. Wow. What do you know? Well, I suppose the master strategist would have known long, long ago that this was going to happen. How many moves ahead can you see? How patient are you? How resilient? So they don't know what to do. We've got creativity in the reverse. So they don't have any creativity. They don't know what to do. There's conflict in the home. They could have gotten evicted from the home. The emperor, they're challenged by this emperor who's there's expectation that those who are conscientious will be remembered. This witch, what's this witch? Expectation, emperor. Unfinished business. Unfinished business. Shadow side. You made me realize my flaws. So this witch, they don't they don't think there's anything wrong with what they're doing. This empress is being remembered. The emperor is here making certain of it. He's kicking folks out of the house. Those who were trickery and fraud and thieving and betraying and lying and getting away with stuff. There's being attention drawn to this reunion. The emperor is here with the empress. He's here in the challenge position, and she's here in the near future. This Hierophant reversed. This witch. They didn't plan well. They missed their chance. They made mistakes. They're low energy. There's a need to self-preserve. Something's going on. They're in low energy. They're in low energy. They were horseplaying around, bringing conflict to those who didn't do anything. That is their personal belief system. This Hierophant reversed. Unorthodox and foolish. And you never gave up hope. You never gave up hope. Empress, emperor. So we've got reciprocity here, equal give and take. It could be that those who played with people, those who jacked people around and puppeted their experiences will be getting that. They'll be receiving that experience with this reciprocity. And it looks like this Empress is going to get reciprocity also with this Emperor here. We got the Wheel of Fortune, Destiny. So everybody's being allocated or relocated to their location. Somebody's in regret. Everybody's being driven, I guess, to their location. They're in regret. They're trying to delay this disaster. Everything's collapsing. They're afraid of change. And this is the completion of it. They're entering a 10 of Wands burden, and this is the completion of a 10 of Wands burden for this bohemian, for this artist, for this creator. The third party enemies are holding back or being held back. King of Wands is dealing with those who aren't sovereign, those who don't keep promises. He's like making them not here and now. Or he's dealing with them, flipping them. He's doing stuff. We've got unexpected outcome in the reverse. It says things didn't go the way I planned. King of Wands is overcoming challenges, and it's going exactly as he expected it to go. He's dealing with those witches, or this witch in particular, who was messing around with this Empress and this Emperor and their ability to come back to each other. Oh, big trouble. Queen of Swords has her sword out with clear judgment, clear justice. This wasn't part of the prophecy. She's like cutting out those who aren't innocent, those who don't have the ability to self-care, those who tried to strip the innocent beings of their ability to self-care. This is a new chapter. We're moving on. Man, she and this King of Wands are ripping it into a new chapter. They're like, stuff's getting detached. Those who neglected to give their families, their children, whatever, what they needed, they're getting detached. Those who neglected to give their families a home, they're getting detached. There's gossip. They're afraid of what people are going to say. They're longing for you. You're still trying to heal. They feel broken and shattered about this. They sabotaged themselves. And they're confused by your absence, want to fix the connection. But it's too late to take any action regarding this soul tie. It's over. It's a new chapter. It's a new chapter. Emperor is here dealing with this witch. And I don't know if it's the Emperor and, well, yeah, it's the Emperor and the Empress. They're like right here. Boom. Attention is being brought to this reunion and all of the betrayal and fraud and dishonesty that tried to keep them from coming together. And you've got this King of Wands over there, just, man, he's like, and the Queen of Swords. Oh, man. They're delivering reciprocity. And the Emperor, like kicking folks out of the house. Being remembered. Conscientiousness. A return, an expectation, a return to conscientiousness, to family. And you wonder, you know, just how much suffering would you be willing to go through for family? How much would you be willing to persevere through, to never give up through? How long and how patient would you be? So they don't have gifts of the soul that benefit them and others. They're not a creator. They don't have any creativity. Their home life is flipped upside down. They may not have a home. They may have gotten evicted from a home, or they're just having a lot of home conflict. There's still things to resolve and discuss. There's unfinished business. There's a witch here who hasn't realized their flaws. They don't feel that there's anything wrong with what they've been doing. This Emperor is like challenging. They're right there dealing with each other, dealing with it. There's fear here, and it isn't the Emperor. He's dealing with this betrayal. Honesty with the truth. The truth is here. Dealing with this betrayal. The attention is being brought to honesty. There is a reunion here. The truth is here. Hierophant reversed, missed their chance. They didn't plan well. There's a need to self-preserve. Death in the reverse. They made mistakes. So they're low on energy. They missed their chance. It could be that you self-preserved, Empress, Emperor, however you wish to see this, how it fits in your story. You were able to self-preserve. You didn't perish. They made mistakes. They wish they could right their wrongs. They were playing around, bringing conflict to people who didn't do anything. That was their religion. And you never gave up on hope. You never gave up on your reunion. You never gave up on relationships that serve the higher good. You never gave up. The puppet master is getting, and the Empress, they're both getting what they deserve. They're both getting what they deserve. The puppet, those who drove are being driven, and those who survived and were able to preserve self are being blessed. So there's a Wheel of Fortune here. We got destiny, destined location. Everybody's moving to their destined locations. These ones are in regret. They're envious about your friendship. They're envious about your friendship. It's a stormy time. They're entering a Ten of Wands. This Empress is coming out of a Ten of Wands. This is a completion of that cycle for this bohemian, for this artist, for this creator. The third party is being held back or is holding back. They're like, I should have expressed myself better. We got love in the reverse. They don't have any love in them. So it doesn't matter how they express themselves. There's no love in them. King of Wands is going to overcome these challenges, and he will overcome it exactly as he sees it. It will be exactly as he sees it. He's dealing with those who can't keep a promise. He's dealing with those who aren't sovereign. They're worried. They don't know what to do. He knows what to do. Queen of Swords is here, clear-minded. She knows what to do too. This is a new chapter. They need to surrender their need to control. We're moving into this new chapter, an attitude of gratitude. They need to surrender their need to control. She's wielding her sword. She's like, you're not innocent? And it's not even part of the prophecy. This is a surprise. It's so funny, you know, because creation and creator and experience and, you know, the mastery of it all is a surprise. No matter how much you try to predict it. There's so many elements. So peace. Yeah, we've got gratitude. We've got peace. We got discipline. Those who came at you out of pride failed. Collective energy. Please, Spirit, collective energy. There's some serious business going on. False person. Conflict with others. Lack of support, breakdown in communication, home conflict, could be homeless, could have got kicked out of the home. They don't know what to do. They don't have any creativity. They don't have any solutions. They don't possess gifts of the soul that benefit them and others. There's unfinished business. We still have things to resolve regarding courtship. The Emperor is here, like, majorly challenging this witch who doesn't see anything wrong with what they're doing. There's fear there, the energy of fear, because the Emperor is bringing forth this attitude of gratitude, this peace, there's an expectation of a return to conscientiousness. Not just, yeah, and there's a remembrance. We're going to remember conscientiousness. There's like a sweeping going on. Conscientiousness. There's an expectation of a return to conscientiousness. Conscientiously, there's a sweeping, a remembrance coming on. This came out last night too. Only it was the Empress sweeping. Or the privileged lady. There's a mature man here. A witch. A mature man witch who's in fear. They don't understand what they've been doing. They don't think there's anything wrong with trickery and fraud. There's attention brought to the truth about regarding this reunion and the house. Love, eye contact. Look into my soul. They missed their chance. missed their chance. They lacked foresight. They lost their opportunity. They're low on energy. They made some mistakes. This main male was able to self-preserve. There was no death. He never gave up hope on his Empress or his Queen of Swords, or however you want to look at that, however it resonates for you. Yeah, relationships is for the higher good. He never gave up on that. Journey in the reverse. He did not make a journey. Death in the reverse. He did not make a journey. Love keeps us alive. Love keeps us alive. However that song goes. Love keeps us alive. Love keeps us alive. There's a song like that. Love keeps us alive. I think there is a song like that. 70s or something. Disco. So they got the message that this puppet master got the message that they're going to be receiving what they gave. The occupation or the work that they did against this Empress backfired or failed. Got the message. They're about ready to receive what they sent out, this thief. They're in regret because the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Destiny is turning and everybody's being allocated or relocated to their locations. They're envious of your friends, of your friendships. They wanted you to be alone forever, all by yourself, never protected, just at the mercy. You're an innocent person. You could have a childlike demeanor, a wondrous outlook on the world or life. Empress. This came out last night too, with this conscientious card. It's like you would never ever expect that this Empress, you would never expect this person here to be this Empress. You would never expect it. By looking at her, probably. You see a child. Official person. Wheel of Destiny turns. Toil and labor. There's a collapse of everything that was built on what? On trickery and fraud. Everything that was built on trickery and fraud, on theft, on dishonesty, is crumbling. It's all coming apart. They're entering into a cycle of 10 of Wands burden, and this Empress and or Emperor, however it resonates for you, main male, King of Wands, Queen of Wands, it could be the whole team. They're coming out of their heavy burden. The third wheel enemies are being held back. Those who don't have any love in them are being held back. They're facing poverty. It's like they're not hearing now. It's like whatever. I don't know what this King of Wands is doing, but he's like evicting them. They didn't keep their promise. They've proven themselves to be not sovereign. Queen of Swords is like here with the truth, and the truth was not part of whatever prophecy these ones thought they had. She's wielding her sword against the lack of innocence. They won't be able to self-care through it. It's like they have to surrender their need to control. They have to release it. A community. A community has to surrender. Lovers. They're in despair over these lovers. They're in despair over this reunion. They're in despair over these courtships or this courtship. But you got the Emperor, Empress. You got the King of Wands, Queen of Swords. At least two couples. Or a couple and those working with them. Official people. Official persons. There's a change. This marriage will bring a change. To the great fortune of a wealthy man. Huh. On the distant horizons, we got the privileged lady. On the distant horizons, here she is in the near future as the Empress. Innocent, conscientious, childlike. Oh. Well. This thief is concerned. Okay. So, this is in the court right now. There's an expectation of bad health for and a coffin for those who did not get the gift. This thief did not get the gift of the main female, and they're concerned. And they didn't get it of the main male either. He's like here self-preserved. Or maybe the main male is why she didn't perish. He came along just in the nick of time. Perfect timing. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Loss. False person, loss. They fell into a trap. They're going through withdrawals, they're in a nightmare, and they're furious. They could be homeless. They don't know what to do. They don't have any gifts of the soul that benefit themselves and others. They don't know what to do. They're in a bad space. They're in a nightmare. Could be a mature man, false person, witch. Collaboration. Backup. Backup's here. The Emperor is here. with his team. Causing fear for this mature man, which who doesn't see anything wrong with what they've been doing. Huh. Whoa. Real estate? Yeah, check it out. Reunion. House. Real estate. Wealth. Justice. Time for you to have a little fun. Go get your hair done. Huh. They missed their chance. They're low on energy. They made mistakes. There was self-preservation, no death. Didn't work. It was stopped. Their strategy was stopped. Huh. The strategy of their coach was stopped. This main male stopped the strategy of the coach. He's like, excuse me there. I'm going to reorganize this a little bit. And so he did. And so he did. Live and learn. You got a Hierophant reversed here. Bringing, playing around, horse playing around, bringing conflict to innocent people who didn't do anything. They're apologizing. They don't want to make a journey. They couldn't cause this main male to make a journey. This main male was there in the recent past, emperor, and made it so that this empress didn't make a journey. They never gave up hope on their relationship, which is for the higher good. And luck was on their side. Entering a reunion. Whew, they're professionals. They're talented. They're omniscient. You persevered through some sort of a captivity, like they may have captivated you or captured you, but you're done with that. They fell into a trap. You persevered through that confinement. So whatever that contract was, whatever that confinement was, there was a specific amount of time that you had to endure, and you did. And now, because you endured, these ones are bound to the commitments they made in that ritual. You love yourself. You lived and learned, and now it's, I guess maybe, yeah, you loved yourself. And that's why you did it. And you kept your mind, you kept thinking on the lighter side of things. And now it's time for you to have sweet love, sweet, sweet love. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. The Emperor is causing fear for this mature man. They're in a nightmare. They're getting what they gave. They're furious. This pleasure seeker. Touching the mouse. Why are you touching the mouse? Ooh, these falseness. Those who are false are having misfortune. Yeah, their house has been flipped upside down. They're furious. They're in a nightmare. It could be that the Emperor is delivering fear and a nightmare to this mature man, which working in the shadows, who thinks that that's just cool to do, and everybody who worked with him. Or the Emperor is here with his team, happily collaborating. Or maybe there is an expectation of a remembrance, and that is bringing joy. A reunion. Oh, the Lord. The actual Lord. You know, and there's like, you know, and there's like somebody who wants to be, you know, the Lord so bad, and it's just incredible. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this plays out. Pleasure seekers in the reverse. So those who are coming into reunion, their house, their real estate, they're receiving justice. They're not about pleasure seeking. This is serious business. This attention is being brought to honesty. No pleasure seekers, no betrayal. This deception and theft business, this trickery and fraud, Emperor is like causing a misfortune for all this. They're not innocent. They're low on energy. There's a young woman who made mistakes and needs consolation. They didn't plan well. The main male is here stopping their strategy. Whatever it was, they were coached, stopping it. They want to apologize for playing around with people for bringing conflict to people who didn't do anything, for creating conflict for people who didn't do anything. They're sighing. They're sad. They want to apologize. We got room in the reverse. They can't tap in. Maybe they're having dark thoughts. Maybe their minds are, well, they're in a Hierophant reversed energy, so it's not real up and up. They're getting what they deserve. The work, the occupation, the work that they did is in the reverse, so it didn't work. Their puppet master, oh, priest. Puppet master priest is getting what they do, is getting reciprocity. They're getting what they put out. This puppet master, whatever they did, they're getting it. Whatever they did to bring conflict to somebody who didn't do anything, they want to apologize. They're sad. They can no longer access the mind of this Empress because the Room card is in the reverse. Official person, destiny, the Wheel of Fortune. We got old woman here in regret. Because the Wheel of Fortune is here, the cycle of destiny is turning, and everybody's going to their location. They're envious about your friendships. They're in sorrow. Because you have friends. You know, it was all fun when it was just you and you didn't have any friends, and you know, hundreds of folks were like badgering you and doing what they do, and you were extremely heavily burdened with this Ten of Wands. And now you have friends. And a fortune. They're in a fear of change. They're trying to delay disaster. They might be sick. We got the Doctor card here. Toil and labor. The work they did could be making them sick, since the occupation in the near future is in the reverse. This priest's occupation is in the reverse. So that could mean that the work he's doing is not on the up and up, or the work he's doing just failed or reversed. The work he was doing trying to puppet somebody in the mind failed with the Room card in the reverse. It didn't work. They're upset about it. They're sighing. They tried to dominate the mind of this person who didn't do anything. And they're really, really upset because somewhere along the way, she got friends. She met the Emperor. She met the Emperor. She met the King of Wands. She met the Queen of Swords. Or they're there in the energy themselves. We got a Scholar in the reverse. Scholar in the reverse, facing poverty. They're not sovereign. They don't keep their promises. They don't know what to do. Everything's falling apart. They're worried about a service that they hired, a service that they provided. This foe, they provided a service. They provided a foe a service regarding this reunion. They were trying to make this sweetheart, this consistent sweetheart, this person who's consistently a sweetheart. They were trying to make this person sick so that they couldn't take part in the reunion. They hired a service, provided a service to try to make this person sick in the head. They're in despair because they're facing prison. Ooh, they're in despair because the Lord is putting them in prison. Whole community being cut out. Servant in the reverse. No dark servants, or no servants of whatever this is. No servants of this trickery and fraud allowed in the new chapter. They're not innocent. Gift. They're haughty about this gift. Oh, they're haughty about your gift. They got a message from the merchant. The merchant sent a message. He's waiting for his house. He's waiting for his money. They owe this merchant. They owe this soldier owes this merchant a fortune. We got love, lover, friend, faithfulness, wedding. Wow. Letter, wife. You might be getting a message, if that be you, that your enemy is dead. And that you, oh my God, that your enemy is dead. And that it's time for you to go have fun and take a journey. Go on a trip. I wonder how the message will come. Huh. Well, those ones who tried to stop you are furious. That's for sure. So, at least it's a change. Oh. There's supposed to be joy, so be joyful. Be joyful. You hit the jackpot. Justice is served. I hope this clarified something that perhaps you already intuitively were aware of. And I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.